I'll guide you through the process of creating an assessment in EdConnect. To start, you'll want to log into EdConnect and come over to Assessments and click Create. Make sure you're under the Create for Test and not the Create for Items, Rubric, and Passages. So click Create and you'll want to choose Manual. When you get here, it'll prompt you to add a test name, a subject, a grade level, and also a standards document. And I always choose the New Jersey Learning Standards. At this point, if you are sharing this with and want either help authoring it or would like to be able to share it with your coworkers, you would click under co-author settings and enable co-authoring, and then type a coworker's name. And the system is going through everyone, so it takes a minute sometimes, or sometimes it only wants a first name, sometimes it wants a last name. The system is a little finicky, as you can see. It doesn't like me at all today. You can go back and add people at the end before you assign the test to anybody, so you can always come back to this step. We're going to generate test, and at this point, if you didn't pick a standard or you didn't title the test or you didn't pick a grade level, it will not let you get to this part, so then you would have to fix whatever you didn't do. But at this part, 99% of the time you're going to be clicking from Item Central unless you decide you want to type your own questions and author your own questions. But for most tests, you just go to from Item Central. And at this point, it already shows that you had picked math and grade 3. Underneath, now you are going to be able to filter down to the standard that you would like. I had already been going through this, so usually it would look like this, where everything is, you would have to click on what you would like and then find the one that you would want. And at this point, you could click the 39 items here, or you could just go up to here and find View Results. So they have them in random order. I like to see them by item type. So if I'm doing a quick assessment, I definitely don't want an open response because then you would have to grade them, and it's not so much of a quick assessment anymore. I mean, that's just my preference. So I like to click through item type, and I would look for like a multiple choice or gridded. And the way that we do our test, we have like a way we tier the questions, first being the easiest and third being the hardest. However your group or however you want your test is up to you. So I would choose, make sure I choose 3 questions if I'm doing a 3-question quick assessment. But please be careful if you are on this page and you want to go to the next page, you must add the items that you selected on this page at the bottom. If you just click on to next 14, it would erase your selections. But now I know I want to go back and add more items, so you are going to return to the test details, and right here where your items are, you're going to add an item and then again send from Item Central, and it'll still have the items that you filtered down to, so you don't have to do that again. And I'm going to go to the next page, and these are open responses, so I really don't want open responses, so I'm going to look for gridded. So I'm going to keep, There are none. So I'm going to go back to multiple choice in the first one, and I'm going to choose my last question. And I want to make sure I go down here and add the item to test. Now you have your items here. What I always check for is the point value, which is right here. If you want different point values, you can edit them. If they are different and you want them all 1 point, you can edit that also. And I will show you how to. Let's say I wanted this a different point value. I would click Actions and Edit. And in here, it would let you change the point value, where you would change that, and you could change it to 2 points or however many points you want. But I am going to keep it the same. So at that point, you would have to save it if you did change the point value, and again, return to test details. Okay, now that I see that all the points are the same, I do want to change the order of my test. I would like number 3 to be the first one, number 1 to be the second one, and this to be the third one. So you are going to have to go to your tab for Customize Test, and you're going to want to reorder the questions. This just changes the reorder. It does not change the number. So I'm just going to worry about what I want first. So for this item, I'm going to want that to be first on the test. I would like this to be second on the test. And then I would like this to be third on the test. And I'm going to save the reorder. So now it has it in order, but the question numbers are still the same. It just moved the order. So now I'm going to change the question numbers under Customize Test. So I'm going to go in now and put the order from 1 to 3. And I'm going to want to save the custom numbering. At this point, if you're happy with your test, no other things to change, you could come over here to Test Properties. If you do have a special ed population, I suggest doing this just all the time. It won't let you click on text to speech unless you click Edit Properties, and then it would let you go in and click text to speech. I always do that because your coworkers might have special ed students, so that saves them a step when they copy the test. So if you are done copying the test, done creating the test, you are going to click Done Editing. Okay, and that puts it in the co-author folder. Now, for myself, this is when I go in for myself and I click in Sample Test for Video. To make a copy for myself, I click Copy Test, and at this point, I would just change the title so it has my last name in front of it. And generate the test for my section. I check the test to make sure everything is there that I want, and I will schedule the test. I will click OK. Yes, I want to schedule it. I will have to pick a start date, an end date, and a score date. And you could click whatever you would like. Right here, I usually do change the code just so it's easier for the kids to type a word that they would know rather than a string of numbers or letters. And I would have to accept my quick assignment, which is mathematics. If you do teach after school, you would have to go into the edit assignment and make sure you're only choosing your your homeroom for the day and not your after school class. I'm just going to accept quick assignment. Oh, and it's telling me my score date is before the end date, so I need to push that ahead. And now I, again, have to accept quick assignment. And now I see that I have my math scheduled. And now I'm going to save and publish. Okay. At this time, you're going to want to go back into assessments, into the co-authoring folder. Click on the test that you just copied and click Done Editing. That way it will release it to whoever else wants to pick it up and copy it that you have shared it with, that you have co-authored with. If you have any questions or need help, please just contact me. Thank you, and I hope this helps.